It is game on. You got confirmation. You are booked on the job. What should you be doing? When you should do it? What you should hand over? Let's get into it. What you should be doing immediately is handing over gear lists. You should be sending to the production manager, line producer, whoever's looking after the gear, be sending that information in as soon as possible. Again, because the sooner you send it in, the more likely it is to happen. The budget is this big lump sum that they'll portion out based on who gets the stuff in as early as possible. So you go in heavy, go in hard with the first stuff, get exactly what you need, and expect that they will pare that back, that they'll say, do you really need this? Do you really need that? Be ready for negotiations, which we're going to talk about in the next chapter. But just know that that's going to happen. You want to hand that stuff over as soon as possible, right? Any specialty gear, any of your own gear that you want to get on, all that stuff, talk through with all of the keys that are going to be on the job to figure out what they're going to need. So if it's anything out of the ordinary, you can get that information in as soon as possible. So that's immediately what you should be handing over once you get confirmation of the job. Now, you can only hand that stuff over immediately if you've been doing all of these things that we've talked about this entire chapter, if you've been doing those while the negotiations have been going on, while the job has been getting booked, while the job has changed from a pencil to a hold. If you are doing all those things, then you have all this stuff ready to hand over as soon as you get confirmation. Boom, this is what I need. This is what I would do. This is what I want to see. All these things have to happen. Boom, as soon as you get that confirmation, because you're setting yourself up for success. The other thing you need to do is, again, just keep up that conversation with the director and with the producer. Bring the first AD in to talk about schedules, how you're going to get it done, the location managers, anything that they have, you want to see. If they've got location pictures from the location manager, get involved in that conversation. If they've got production design things that you want to get involved in that conversation. Make it known that you want to be an active participant in this process. You don't want to just take whatever they're going to come around to sending you, right? If the production assistant doesn't know to loop you in on all the production design stuff, then they won't do it, and you just won't be part of that conversation. You have to insist. I want to be involved. I want to be in on those conversations. I can help. I can make these decisions. I can take things off the director's plate. All that stuff. As soon as you get booked, that is the time to let people know how involved you want to be and how that might be different than other cinematographers they've worked with in the past. The other thing which we barely touched on so far is crew members. You will be asked by whoever it is in charge of booking the crews who you like to work with in that area. If it's a new area, they're probably going to give you a list of people that they normally work with in that city or in that state or wherever you are. Your job will be to go over those, find out which ones you like, contact other DPs or other cinematographers or other people in those areas if they've ever worked with those people. So really get across the crew as quick as you can, because booking crew can sometimes be really difficult if it's quite busy, and you want to make sure that you're taking care of those people that take care of you, right? The crew is so important to a cinematographer that you want to fight. Maybe there's, again, if you're leveling up, maybe they work with a gaffer, or it's a new production company. They have relationship with grips or gaffers that they want to use their trucks. You just have to get that stuff in as early as you can. So be prepared with your list of who you would like to use in that area, who you feel comfortable with, and then make sure that the people that you're recommending, they have that same attitude that you have, that they're going to be go-getters, that they're going to make it easy for the production. The last thing you want to do is recommend somebody and then have it come back that they didn't respond to an email or they didn't respond to a phone call, and you're having to chase them up, go, like, what are we doing here? I know you're busy, but we got to take care of these things. And that's part of the battle with the crew. It's just because great people are so in demand, get those requests in early, build those relationships early so that you're able to, be confident in who you're getting and who you're dealing with, because they will make your job infinitely easier. Once you get that confirmation, though, the big takeaway is now it is up to you. Solve all of the problems that you can, identify all of the problems that you can, identify anything that's going to give you an advantage, and get that in to the people that can actually make a change in the process. Get ready to go, get your crew, get everybody lined up, ready to go, because things are about to get exciting.